In a world that constantly seeks instant gratification, the concept of delayed rewards seems almost foreign. The idea of working for something without seeing immediate results feels like a daunting task for most people. We live in a society where everyone is looking for the next quick fix, the next instant win. But the truth is, real success is built in the long game, not the short one. True discipline doesn't seek immediate rewards. It doesn't crave validation or applause. Real discipline is about showing up, even when no one is watching, even when there is no immediate recognition, and continuing the journey, no matter how difficult it seems. It's about working for something that might not pay off right away, but knowing deep down that the effort will eventually bear fruit. The essence of true growth lies in patience. Most people give up because they don't see instant results, but the ones who truly succeed are the ones who keep pushing forward without needing immediate rewards. They understand that success isn't an overnight achievement. It's a gradual process that takes time and consistency. When you focus on the long term, you understand that every single day you put in the effort, you are building the foundation of something far greater. Every task, no matter how small it may seem, is one more brick in the wall you're constructing. It's easy to get discouraged when there's no instant reward, but when you build your success on daily, small actions, you're actually setting yourself up for massive achievements in the future. Life isn't a sprint, it's a marathon, and the people who succeed in the long run are the ones who consistently show up, who keep going when it's hard, who keep working when they don't see the payoff yet. Those are the people who eventually achieve their goals. Real strength comes from within. It's the ability to continue working without needing external validation. It's the ability to keep moving even when the world isn't watching. When you build your strength through discipline, your results will come. But they'll come in time, not instantly. It's tempting to quit when you don't see immediate rewards. It's easy to feel like you're wasting your time. But if you keep going, one day you'll look back and realize that all the work you put in, even when no one noticed, was what truly built the life you have now. Your commitment to the process is what will define your success, not the fleeting rewards that come along the way. The key is to focus on the process, not the prize. When you shift your focus away from needing immediate gratification, you free yourself from the burden of comparison and the urge to measure your progress by someone else's timeline. The process itself is the reward. The journey you're on is the true achievement. Your progress might not be visible to others, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. Every day you show up, every day you put in the work, you are growing, even if you can't see it yet. Growth doesn't always look like success in the moment. Sometimes it looks like struggle, like uncertainty, like feeling stuck. But it's in those moments that you build your inner strength, your resilience, and your unshakable commitment to your goals. Success will come, but only if you keep pushing forward, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Because success is not just about reaching the goal, but about becoming the person capable of achieving it. The real transformation happens along the way, in the silent efforts, in the discipline that doesn't need applause, and in the belief that the work you're doing now will lead to something incredible. You don't need validation to know you're on the right path. Trust the process. Keep working, even when no one is watching. Keep building, even when there's no immediate reward, because every single step you take towards your goal is one step closer to success. The more you focus on consistency, the less you'll need to worry about validation or rewards. Your actions will speak louder than any applause. The journey you're on isn't just about achieving a goal. It's about becoming someone who can handle anything. It's about strengthening your mind, building your character, and embracing the grind. Think about it. The hardest challenges often come before the greatest breakthroughs. The struggle, the uncertainty, the grit. That's where the magic happens. Every time you push through, every time you show up, despite the odds, You're building an unshakable foundation of inner strength. The best part, this strength doesn't need validation. It doesn't need a crowd cheering you on. It grows in silence, in the moments when no one's looking and you keep going anyway. Every small effort is cumulative. Even when you feel stuck, when you feel like you're not making progress, keep going. The result of your discipline may not be immediate, but every step you take is a step closer to mastery. And here's the truth. Most people won't make it. They'll give up before they see the rewards, they'll get distracted, or they'll let their doubts take over. But you're not most people. You're building the kind of persistence that separates the winners from the quitters. Your success is in the daily practice of doing what others won't do. Even when it feels like you're stuck, when there's no visible change, the consistency itself is your victory. Because consistency over time creates an unstoppable force. Stop looking for instant gratification. We live in a world that's obsessed with instant gratification. Everyone wants quick fixes, shortcuts, and fast results. But here's the truth. The things that are worth having are the things that take time. When you choose the path of instant gratification, you choose the path of temporary pleasure. You choose distractions over discipline. But when you choose the path of consistent, purposeful action, you choose long-term fulfillment over short-term satisfaction. Think about the greatest things in life: true love, financial freedom, health, mastery in any skill. None of these come quickly. They take years of dedication, practice, and sacrifice. The path to true success is the one that demands delayed gratification. This is the Stoic mindset. Focus on what you can control and stay disciplined with your actions, regardless of immediate results. In time, the results will come, but the process will have shaped you into the person who can handle them. And the mindset shift from instant to lasting, changing your life, requires a shift in mindset. Stop measuring success by how quickly you can reach the finish line. Instead, start measuring success by the effort you put in every single day. The true strength of a person isn't seen in their one-time achievements. It's seen in their daily commitment, their consistency, and their refusal to quit. The mindset shift comes when you stop thinking in terms of "I'll be happy when I have X" and start thinking in terms of "I will keep working regardless of the outcome." Your satisfaction comes from knowing you're doing the work, whether the result is immediate or not. It's a shift from an external reward-driven mindset to an intrinsic action-driven mindset. You do the work because you're building something deeper than temporary validation. Stay focused on the process. Focus on the process, not the outcome. The outcome will come when you least expect it, and it will be bigger than you imagined. But if you're only focused on that, you'll miss the beauty of the journey. The process is what changes you. Every obstacle, every setback, every struggle, it's all part of the process, and it's what shapes you into the person who can succeed. When you focus on the process, you stop comparing yourself to others. You stop looking for validation. You stop getting discouraged by how fast or slow things seem to be moving. You realize that your progress is all that matters. The key is to enjoy the work, the journey, the grind, the daily effort. They all add up, and over time, you'll see that the person you've become is your greatest reward. The power of delayed gratification. In a world where we want everything yesterday, learning the art of delayed gratification is what will set you apart from the crowd. Delaying gratification means sacrificing short-term comfort for long-term success. It means doing what you need to do today, even if the reward isn't immediate. It means building your strength and resilience even when the world isn't watching, because you know that the rewards are coming in the future. And when those rewards do come, they'll be worth it. They will feel more fulfilling because you didn't take the shortcut. You built your success from the ground up with consistent effort, patience, and discipline. Your reward isn't just the achievement. It's who you've become along the way. The strength you build in the process is the true prize. Every day, you stay disciplined. Every action you take, without expecting immediate rewards, you strengthen your future. This process is what molds you into someone who can handle anything life throws at them. You build resilience, inner strength, and the character that makes success inevitable. When you stop focusing on quick wins and start committing to the long haul, your vision becomes clearer. You stop measuring yourself by others' standards, and instead, you start measuring yourself by your own growth. It's not about how fast you get there, but about how much you grow in the process. The real reward comes not in the applause or the recognition, but in the sense of fulfillment that comes from knowing you are steadily moving forward and that every effort is pushing you toward a bigger goal. The satisfaction lies in the consistency. It's in the quiet moments of progress when nobody is watching that you lay the foundation for the future you desire. The process itself, the small wins, and the relentless pursuit of improvement, that's the success. Success isn't a destination. It's a way of living, a process of continuous improvement and discipline. It's in the steady grind that success becomes more than just a fleeting achievement. It becomes your way of life. When you commit to something bigger than the momentary rewards, you stop seeking validation. You don't need someone to tell you you're doing great because you already know it. Your belief in yourself becomes enough to keep moving, regardless of the situation around you. The trust you build in yourself is what carries you forward. Each small action, done without seeking recognition, brings you closer to mastery. With every challenge you face, every step you take, you're becoming a version of yourself that can conquer anything. The process is long, but with each day you prove to yourself that you're capable of pushing through, learning, and becoming stronger. It's in this journey that your true power emerges. This quiet, consistent work is what forms your foundation. The foundation of someone who doesn't need external applause to keep going, who doesn't wait for the world to catch up, but keeps moving forward anyway. The power to create success lies within your hands. It's in every moment you choose to keep going, no matter the external circumstances. In the end, you realize that the journey is the reward. It's in every step taken, every bit of effort put in, without immediate recognition, that the real transformation happens. You are becoming something greater, and the world will see that eventually, even if you haven't announced it. Your results will speak for themselves, but by the time they do, you will have already mastered the art of working quietly, relentlessly, and with purpose. And when success finally comes, it will be the result of countless quiet hours spent improving, refining, and building yourself. It will not just be a result, it will be an embodiment of the discipline and dedication you've shown. Success will be a natural outcome of your consistent, patient work. So, when you begin this journey of commitment without seeking immediate reward, understand that it's not just about the achievement, it's about who you become along the way. The real victory is in your evolution. By staying focused on the long game and embracing the discipline of working for your goals without immediate rewards, you unlock the true power of persistence. Your future self will thank you for not quitting, for pushing through those moments when things seemed tough, when the rewards didn't come, and you stayed the course. You'll be able to look back and see how every moment of hard work, no matter how small, added up to something incredible. The journey itself becomes the reward. The discipline you develop, the skills you cultivate, the strength you build, all of it will lead to a future where success isn't a question. It's an inevitability. The truth is that the real power lies in choosing to keep going when it feels like the world isn't watching. The most difficult part of the journey is continuing in silence, trusting the process when nobody is there to cheer you on. And yet, this is where real growth happens. It's in the struggle, the quiet perseverance, and the unseen effort that you build the foundation for success. It's easy to get distracted by immediate gratification. It's easy to want the reward now, to feel that sense of accomplishment quickly. But if you focus solely on the reward, you miss the point entirely. True greatness comes from learning to love the process. It comes from doing the work even when you don't see the results right away. When you learn to love the process, you develop a deep sense of fulfillment that goes beyond the immediate rewards. The act of working itself becomes the reward. Each day you commit to moving forward, even when it feels like nothing is happening, is a day you have invested in your future self. And that investment will pay off, not in a few days, but over time, when you least expect it. In life, there are no shortcuts. You can't skip the hard work and expect to be successful. The most successful people didn't get there because they waited for things to happen for them. They got there because they committed to doing the hard things day after day, even when no one was watching, even when they didn't feel like it, even when they were tired, discouraged, or unsure. And here's the key. When you stop looking for instant validation and start focusing on the process, you'll find peace. You'll find satisfaction in the simple act of moving forward. The beauty of life doesn't come from the applause or the recognition. It comes from knowing you're on the right path, no matter how long it takes. This is the power of delayed gratification. It's the ability to stay the course even when the rewards seem far off. The ability to push through doubt, fatigue, and uncertainty, knowing that the work you're putting in will eventually lead to something great. Your success will be built in the quiet, persistent effort you put in every day, even when the results aren't immediate. The key to success is consistency, not perfection. It's in showing up every day, even when it feels like nothing is changing. Because the truth is, progress isn't always obvious in the moment. Sometimes it's only when you look back months or years later that you realize how far you've come. The small actions you took every day, the moments when you could have quit but chose to keep going, all those quiet efforts add up to something powerful. When you commit to long-term success, you stop measuring your progress by immediate rewards. Instead, you measure it by your actions, your discipline, and your ability to keep moving forward no matter how long it takes. Your consistency is the true measure of your progress, and in the end, that's what will lead to success. The path to success isn't always easy, it's not always glamorous, but it's worth it. It's in the quiet moments of effort, the times when you keep going, even when you're tired or discouraged, that you build the life you want. This is where your true strength lies. It's in this journey that you discover who you really are. The person you become as you continue working, even when there's no instant reward, is the person who will be able to handle the success when it finally comes. That's the real reward. Becoming someone capable of achieving greatness, regardless of how long it takes. So, when the going gets tough, remember, the process is the reward. Your effort matters more than anything else, and if you keep going, you will see the results, but you'll also have built the strength and character to handle them. The discipline of working without immediate rewards is not just about achieving success. It's about becoming a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. It's about finding peace and fulfillment in the process and knowing that each step you take is one step closer to your goal. And when you finally reach that goal, you'll realize that the process was just as important, if not more so, than the destination. Patience is a trait that few truly understand, yet it holds the key to everything we want in life. It's easy to confuse patience with passivity, but true patience doesn't mean waiting without doing the work. It means continuing to work despite not seeing the results right away. It's about trusting that every action you take, every small effort, is leading you to something greater, even when the path isn't clear. In the age of instant gratification, patience can seem like a lost art. But the greatest achievers in history were the ones who practiced patience, who stayed committed even when the world tried to distract them, even when no immediate rewards were visible. They understood that the greatest things in life don't happen quickly. They happen over time. True patience isn't passive. It's active perseverance. It's showing up every day, no matter how hard it gets, and trusting that your efforts are building something real. This kind of patience allows you to keep moving forward without becoming frustrated by the pace of progress. It teaches you to enjoy the process and trust that every small step counts, even if it's hard to see the results in the moment. Building patience is an essential part of growing into the person you want to become. The more you practice patience, the stronger you become. You learn to trust the journey, to be okay with the discomfort, and to understand that the best things take time. When you have patience, you begin to understand that setbacks are not failures. They're simply part of the process. Every challenge is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to strengthen your resolve. When you face difficulties, you don't look for a quick escape. Instead, you use them to fuel your growth. Patience allows you to remain focused on what matters and ignore the distractions that pull you away from your purpose. When you're patient, you become more resilient, more capable of handling obstacles, and more committed to the long-term vision that drives you. You understand that success is not about rushing to the finish line. It's about mastering the art of persistence, the importance of focusing on the process, not the prize. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to become fixated on the end goal. But true success comes from focusing on the journey, not the destination. When you're too focused on the end result, you risk losing sight of the growth that happens along the way. It's in the small, consistent actions you take every day that you truly transform. Focusing on the process keeps you grounded in the present. It helps you appreciate every step of the journey, every lesson learned, every challenge overcome. When you focus solely on the end goal, you miss out on the growth happening right now. Success is built on the habits, actions, and decisions you make every single day, not on the eventual outcome. The process is where the magic happens. It's where you build your character, your resilience, and your mindset. Focusing on the process allows you to become the person who can handle the success. The goal is not the finish line. It's who you become along the way. Success comes from the person you're becoming while working toward that goal. This is why it's so important to focus on the work itself. Don't wait for the rewards to motivate you. Instead, let the work be the reward. Let the journey itself become fulfilling. When you shift your mindset to valuing the process, you no longer feel impatient or frustrated by the pace. You begin to enjoy the grind, knowing that each small effort brings you closer to something great. The power of consistency over time. The most important thing in achieving long-term success is consistency. Success doesn't come from doing something amazing once. It comes from doing the right things consistently, day in and day out. Consistency is what turns dreams into reality. It's what turns ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. The beauty of consistency is that it compounds. The small daily actions you take may seem insignificant at first, but over time, they add up to something huge. The power of consistency is that it creates momentum. Once you start seeing results, that momentum keeps you moving forward, and the process becomes easier and more natural. But consistency requires patience. It's not easy to stay consistent when you don't see immediate rewards. But the key is to trust that the small efforts you put in every day are leading to something greater. The more consistent you are, the more resilient you become, and the closer you get to your goals. Making patience your greatest strength. Patience isn't just about waiting. It's about continuing the work even when the results aren't visible yet. The more you practice patience, the stronger you become. It teaches you to trust the process, to stay grounded, and to keep going even when it feels like nothing is happening. Patience builds inner strength and resilience. It teaches you to stay calm under pressure and to act with purpose, no matter the situation. When you learn to embrace patience, you stop relying on external validation. You stop waiting for someone to tell you that you're doing a good job, because you already know that every effort you put in is worth it. Your belief in the process becomes unshakable. And that's when you begin to see real transformation. When you develop patience, you'll find that you're no longer controlled by the pace of life. You learn to trust that everything happens in its own time, and you stop forcing things to happen. Patience teaches you to remain calm, centered, and focused. And that is the power that will carry you through every challenge. Patience is the key to everything. It's what turns failure into success, setbacks into lessons, and obstacles into opportunities. When you practice patience, you stop worrying about what's not happening now, and you begin to trust the journey. You understand that true growth takes time, and the only thing you need to do is keep going. If you're ready to develop the discipline and patience to succeed, subscribe to this channel. Together, we will explore the principles of Stoicism, build resilience, and learn how to achieve greatness through consistent action and perseverance. Trust the process, stay consistent, and watch your life change. Subscribe now.